Hello everyone, and in today's video we'll have a look at the thunderstorms incoming as we have another batch of thunderstorms on our way to our weather as we head into the later part of this week. We'll also have a look at the temperatures as well as the thunderstorm risk and the heat that we'll be seeing produced by high pressure as we head into later into the month. But first, let's start off with the precipitation chart. This chart shows every single droplet of rain that will be produced in the sky, and this is actually a forecast for that. As we head into parts of Monday, you see today has been quite a wet day for parts of Scotland, pretty much for the whole day, and I should say for the afternoon. It does turn lighter and moves away and peters out as we head into the evening, but then another batch behind it falls above in parts of Western Midlands and Southern Scotland and potentially parts of Wales as well. That again eventually does peter out as we head into morning on Tuesday, where we do see clear skies start to fall, while for the south it will be still trapped into that cloud with a chance of actually hitting with these drizzle, which yesterday was produced by that rain shower. Again, for the south, eventually it does try to make it a little bit, that sunlight does try to make it a little bit towards the south, but again, the south will still be trapped in that sunshine, while the north will enjoy it. Parts of Northern Ireland will look pretty similar as well, but eventually the stubborn cloud does clear off towards the south into Tuesday evening, and as we wake up onto Wednesday, it's the complete opposite. We see cloud rolling across parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, while the south and England and Wales and parts of the Midlands enjoy sunshine. Again, it will be the odd shower pushing in from the south, and here's where we start to see that storm risk as we head into the midnight on Thursday. A first batch of rain, very, very heavy, moving in onto parts of the southwestern Wales, and also southwestern England for the southern coast most likely. This will bring another spell of very stormy weather, especially as it does push in more further inland and cause more disruption as it does so. Again, in Northern Ireland, as it does so, it will be very, very heavy rain, very, very high thunderstorm risk for Northern Ireland as we see the reds being indicated on there. That does mean we have a chance to see these thunderstorms go really wild, and that does mean that we'll see a lot of hail mixed with them as well. But other than that, that rain does clear on into Friday, and onto Friday we see another weather front trying to attempt it. This is the second batch of rain, but again, it does eventually make through, and we get this very strong line of showers which will feed into parts of the southern coast, parts of Wales, nearly touching Wales, and Republic of Ireland. Again, this really does look very heavy with the dark reds indicated in them. We could have a lot of disruption, and after that, again, it does move in further inland, and look what it does. This whole thing is red, and we expect to see very heavy thunderstorms, especially in this. We could have an isolated supercell embedded into these bands of thunderstorms. It's not just England that's seeing this. Parts of Republic of Ireland, it will be in part of the chaos as well as parts of Scotland and Midlands as we head into Saturday, it does sweep through for parts of England, most parts of England, and it does kind of weaken a little bit as it does so moving on to Scotland, but it does still have that intensity to produce a lot of lightning. Really have to look at this, really nasty. I've not seen anything since I started doing this channel, so we'll have to look into this very deeply. It does look quite a serious case as it does hit Northern Ireland on the evening on Saturday. As we head into the temperatures now today, we have seen rather mild and reasonable temperatures, especially for the south, with temperatures tiptoeing around nearly 20 degrees. For the north, even though it is a sunny day, it will stay cool at around 7 to 9 degrees. at the low single digits, at the high single digits. Again, as we head into nighttime, it does get a tiny bit cooler, but then again, as that sun radiates the ground, it will become very warm very quickly at temperatures around low 20s to mid 20s for parts of England and Wales, and parts of the north will actually not miss out this time, with temperatures lingering around nearly 20 degrees, if not even excessing 20 degrees. Now let's move on into Wednesday. You can see as that sunshine heats up the ground again, we get incredibly milder air with these temperatures, barreling around 26, 27, nearly up to 30 degrees with these temperatures. Expect mid to high teens for most parts of England and Wales. Parts of the north, again, nearly 20 degrees, if not over 20 degrees. Not even surprised. And as we head into Thursday, 25, 26 degrees, mid to high 20s, if not 30 degrees isolated. Again, but we do see this moving further eastwards on Thursday. And as we head into Friday, you can see again that heat really does pick up on Friday. Temperatures nearly 30 degrees, even above 30 degrees in isolated spots. Parts of England and Wales, in even East Anglia, will face temperatures up to high 20s. We're expecting some parts of the UK, even up to the low 30s, if not mid 30s, in some very isolated spots, if we do see something like this. But we will have to see how it goes. Again, it will be a very uncomfortable night for sleeping, as those temperatures will hang around 20. It will actually hang around the mid 20s for most parts of the night, and really around midnight, those temperatures will still be above 20 degrees for parts of the regions, making it very hot, very warm to sleep on as well. As we head into even 3 a.m., you can see those temperatures still lingering up to the high teens. Really, really uncomfortable if we do see like this. Now, let's see the Cape levels. You can see as we head into Wednesday, where that first batch of rain moves in. You can see, there we go, barreling across parts of Northern Ireland and also Republic of Ireland. But then now, the real thing is, as we head into Saturday, where that very heavy band of rain moves in, we expect around 500 to 1,000 levels of Cape, which is around low to mid-level Cape, which is why we expect these thunderstorms to develop very widely across the UK. But now let's move on to the heat level. You can see we're generally in the dark oranges or the middle oranges, but things changes as we head into Thursday, 12th of June, as we do get in very warm air from the south. Now, I assure you, as we head into Saturday, will be a very warm day, especially this low pressure here lingering out in the Atlantic will actually cause a lot of disruption and a lot of severe weather. Let's look at the temperatures for this. You can see temperatures will actually be up to 26, 27 degrees. And actually, let's look at the HD version. You can see temperatures will actually be up to nearly 30 degrees for most parts of England and Wales, especially for the south as well. But let's switch on back to this one in case you can't see it. But let's actually go to the warmest hour, which will be around 3 a.m. and 3 p.m. and it will be around 26, 20, 27, 29 degrees with temperatures nearly 30 degrees. If not, France already hitting at that around that margin, around nearly 35 degrees already. But let's actually look at the Cape levels. As today, it will be very high level Cape. Look at that. The red in there, it indicates nearly around 2,000 joules per kilogram, which is what we rarely see in the UK for this time of year. But it is what it is. These things do occur sometimes in the UK. Let's continue. That low pressure eventually sweeps away. We get high pressure dominating. Yesterday we were seeing a very hot weather pattern, but this time, as I click through the run, it does not show that much of that at all. But those temperatures, even nearly that 20-degree isotherm, could as well get into the UK. And again, those temperatures, just to remind you, those temperatures could actually really get super high. Keep in mind, this is not even maximum temperatures, this is only temperatures. So if we look at maximum temperatures, this will be even higher. Let's actually look at the maximum temperature. You can see, look at that, around 30 degrees if you can see that, but very unclear. But here I can see that nearly around 30 degrees for the maximum temperatures on Saturday this week, as we do see things starting to shape up to be warmer. Now let's move on to the EM run. You can see again that very same thing. We got a southerly wind wafting up from the continent. You can see as that low pressure moves in, it will be pretty wet and damp day for most parts in the UK, especially for thunderstorm. We do see a very high Cape level for France, but it does look like the UK will have a tiny bit less than that. But as we head into the future, you can see here we still have that level of Cape, nearly around 1,000 joules per kilogram. But the precipitation again will be strong as that weather front moves through the UK. As we check the temperatures, those temperatures will be lingering around the mid-20s. This was one of the colder runs from yesterday's run. Then now, as we go back to the warmest day, which is literally around the corner on Friday, those temperatures will be up to 30 degrees again, as what we anticipated from yesterday's run. Now as we continue this, we got first low pressure moving in on Tuesday, that first batch of rain. Again, that southerly wind does evolve. You can see a high pressure near it helps it evolve, and it does that, and it gets near a 15-degree isotherm moving in, and those two mean temperatures will be around, still not that mild with the ECMWF run. But again, as we eventually do get that low pressure sitting here on Saturday, those wind gusts will not be that strong, obviously, because it's not actually that high. But as we look at the minimum to maximum temperatures, those maximum temperatures will actually not be that hot. The reason for that is because we are under low pressure, we're in the cloud, but we can't actually check the Cape here, but we actually don't know what we're going to see with this. The precipitation, at least we can check that. You can see basically the whole day we'll see a washout here. So basically it is cooler than the other runs because of we are seeing this whole washout from the ECMWF. So that's basically your weather forecast. To summarize, what we're seeing from the GFS and GEM chart is that we're seeing very warm air to move in the later part of this week on Friday and Saturday, with temperatures lingering around 30 degrees, if not higher. With the ECMWF, it does go very cold for this time of year, with temperatures only around 20 to 23 degrees, which is not what we want to have that option. Going back to the start of this video, we are forecasted to see this very, very heavy band of rain. You can see we usually don't see that, but if we see that moving in, that could as well cause a lot of disruption. And again, those temperatures will be up to the mid-20s for later of this week, and the Cape levels will be pretty strong. Thanks for watching this video, and until the next time, goodbye.